Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Sunday, so I hope you all are either binging on Netflix, in your pajamas, on your couch, like I wish I was doing today, but I actually did that yesterday. So I don't have the luxury of doing that 2 days out of the weekend because I have responsibilities now that I'm an adult, unfortunately, and I have my own house. I have things that I have to do. I can't just live my life doing whatever I want whenever I want. Like I was in high school, man, on the weekends, you know that meme that's on Instagram where it's like a cat with the covers all the way up to its face, and your friends are like, oh, what are you doing this week? And you're like, I'm super busy. That was me. Like I would much rather prefer to stay at home under my covers watching TV than having to get dressed and go out somewhere because I'm lazy. It is what it is. We all have our flaws. Anyways, let's get started with this video with that long ass introduction. I'm sorry about that. If I annoyed you, please feel free to just click away. I completely understand. You're not being judged here. Okay, today's video is gonna be on what my hobbies are, books and authors that I enjoy reading, and like word searches and all that stuff. This is not gonna be a beauty video, so if you are not interested in this, then I'll catch you in my next one. But anyway, let's get started. So you guys know I had uploaded a video a couple of months back about the fact that I actually had to buy a Kindle and from Amazon because I was a Nook user forever, and I had the first generation Nook. Barnes & Noble stopped servicing it, and when I bought their other Nook, like they had sold me a defective one and then they didn't want to replace it. It was a long story, so if you want to check that out, you can go and click on that video. Anyway, I have been extremely happy with my Amazon Kindle Paperwhite, in case you guys were wondering. And I am currently reading I Owe You One by Sophie Kinsella. She's one of my favorite authors. So I'm currently reading that book. Other books, I only read fiction books. I very rarely read like biographies of people's like real-time like stories and like their life, and you know, my life is already so stressful that when I read, like I enjoy having my imagination go somewhere else, you know. So except for The Last Black Unicorn, if you have not read that book, okay, that book will make you cry, but mostly will make you laugh hard, okay? So definitely recommend that one. I bought that one on a whim, only because the reviews on it were insane. So I was like, whatever, it's like not a super long book, so I won't invest like too much time in it in case it's bad. But it actually turned out to be really good, and I was sad when it ended. I hope that there's a sequel to that book someday. Anyway, let's get started. So my hobbies besides makeup is actually reading and word searches. I love word searches. I am a member at Barnes & Noble's, and I am notorious for having always a big ass stash of word search books. So let me just show you what I usually buy. I usually get them at bargain price, which means that they're usually on sale. So my word searches are large print, just because I like doing a lot at a time. And if I get like, you know, the small print or the books that are too small, I find that after 1 or 2 puzzles, like my eyes tend to hurt. So I give up on it. But this is one that brought 3 books, and it's from Classic Puzzles. What is the name of this brand? Hinkler is the name of this brand. So it brings 3 books. As you can see back here, I haven't even opened it because I just bought this, and it doesn't really say how many puzzles each book brings, unfortunately, and it usually says it on the cover, but this one doesn't. So I got this for $7.98, but because I am a Barnes & Noble's member, I got 10% off of everything I'm going to show you. This is another one that I have. It's called Inspirational Word Searches, and this one I got for $5.98 plus 10% off. And as you can see, they're just like simple word searches, okay? Nothing crazy, nothing that is going to make me want to die, because I do word searches because they distress me. If my job is very stressful, and so when I come home, so I need to decompress, because it's not a physical draining job. I sit most of the day, but it's mentally draining, and so it is stressful, and I find that word searches help me decompress, along with candy crushing. But that is a serious addiction that I have that I'm not trying to get rid of, and so we're not gonna talk about that in this video. I don't even go into my phone to find out how many hours in my day I spend candy crushing, because I don't want to know. The number must be super high. This is another one. This is from Brain Games, and it's a large print word search book. I got this one for $7.98, and as you can see, it comes like there's a bunch of different word searches, but it's like the large print. As you know, the letters are easy for me to see. Let me see what else. I got another one. This is the affirmations word search books. It says today will be a great day. It's similar to the other one that I showed you, and so I believe it's by the same author. I don't even know if these people are considered authors. It's by the brand Arcturus. Oh, Arcturus. Let me see. See, they're very similar in shape and like font and print and stuff. So let me see if this one also says Arcturus. Yeah, it's by the same brand. So, and then I have these two beauties. Aren't they fun? I love this print. So this one says large print, and so let me just show you the difference. So as you can see, the print on this one is pretty large, but the regular one, actually, that I'm gonna show you right now, it's not really much of a difference. Like, the letters are pretty big. So I went ahead and I got both of them. They were both on sale. I always keep a stash of these because I go through them like water. Like, I will easily do one of these books in an entire month. And so, for example, on average, each of these books carry way more than 120 puzzles. So this one, for example, as you can see, it's really not that thick. But this one has 138 puzzles. And so that's pretty much the average. And every time I walk into Barnes & Nobles, I go straight for the puzzle aisle because I want to see what new ones came in. They don't always get new ones in, so you have to keep your eye out and have a memory of which ones you already do have, so you don't buy the same one over again. So I do appreciate that they all have like really colorful and memorable covers, so that I know, like, if it looks familiar to me, I probably already have it. Moving along to books that I enjoy reading. Yes, I enjoy reading fiction books. Authors that I read: Sophie Kinsella, H.P. Mallory. H.P. Mallory, she writes like supernatural books, but they're really funny. So I tend to gravitate to like happy stories, funny. I want something that's gonna make me laugh, you know? I used to, I'm not gonna say used to because I still like him. I used to read a lot of Nicholas Sparks books, and I think he's an amazing writer. My only issue with his books, and the reason I stopped reading them, was because the main character always dies. They always die, and I feel like I am that person that is still crying like 3 hours after I'm like done reading the book. And that's why I don't watch like super sad tragic movies, because I'm that person like still sitting in the movie theater when the staff is like coming in to clean everything, and I'm still like doing the ugly cry in my chair. I can't. Like, I Am Legend, like that movie traumatized me. The one with the dog and like Will Smith and the dog dies. I can't. I don't even know why. Is that I Am Legend? I think so. It really traumatized me. I was crying really hard, the ugly cry, for a solid hour after the movie was over, and it made me like, I was sad for the rest of the day. So I just don't read books like that. However, on the other hand, I do like thrillers and like mystery stories. So another good book that I recommend if you like thrillers and like suspense books, Girl on a Train, I loved. Sharp Objects, super creepy but super good. Right now somebody recommended Gone Girl and Dark Places, I think it's what it's called. So I'm gonna read that one after I'm done reading I Owe You one. But that's pretty much like the books that I like reading. I don't buy physical books anymore because I just have too many and I run out of space. I've had to store my books in the attic. I refuse to throw them away because I have this dream that one day I'm gonna have a child who's gonna love reading and they're gonna want to read all my books. That's probably not true, because by the time I have a child and they're able to read that kind of genre of, you know, books, they won't even know what a book is, because books would probably not even exist. They would only have e-readers. So we'll see. We'll see. I have hope. I have hope for us old schoolers. But yeah, that's the reason I stopped buying books, is because I just don't have the space for it anymore. And my husband doesn't like reading as much as I do. He prefers audiobooks, and he likes to be able to do things while he's listening to a story, like that multitasking kind of thing. Versus I love the smell of like actual pages. Like I love walking into a library and like the smell of books. It's intoxicating and I love it. But yeah, I now have an e-reader that has served me well, by the way. I do have to say, now that I've familiarized myself with the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite, I really do like it. Like I like the lighting. I know that the light doesn't turn off all the way, but when you turn the volume all the way down, I can't see light at all actually. So it looks like a regular page to me. It doesn't hurt my eyes. It doesn't, you know, do anything. You can adjust the font to how big you want it. You can highlight words that you don't know what they mean, and when you click on it, it automatically gives you the definition of the word. Isn't that cool? And I, as you know, if you've been watching me, you've been following me, and you have so graciously sat through this video, know that I am notorious for mispronouncing words. It is one of my specialties. I can't help it, I'm sorry. Even when I look up the phonetic, like, you know, spelling, sometimes, because sometimes Google will like have like a woman or like a man like saying the word. Sometimes it doesn't. Like sometimes you have to rely on like that phonetic like spelling. I feel like my brain sometimes, it just, my IQ drops to like below 60 sometimes, and I just like, I think maybe I like the way I'm saying it better than it's actually pronounced, so I'm just like, I'll go with that. So I find myself using that when I'm like reading. I'm like, oh, I don't, number one, I don't know how to pronounce that word, but let me click on it so I can find out exactly what it means, and maybe, you know, this story will make a little bit more sense. So I love that little like feature that the Kindle gives you. I also like the fact that the Kindle tells you percentage wise, like how much you have left to read the book. Like for example, in this book, I Owe You one, I'm only 4% in. Like I've only read 4% of the book. Another thing that the Kindle like gives you, I feel like this has become like a Kindle review. I'm sorry guys, but I just have to tell you how excited I am about this contraption, this new innovation. Another thing that it does is it tells you like when you come out of the book, like let's say you click the home button and you come back home, there's like a little tab like on the book that also tells you, like, it keeps reminding you like, oh yeah, you're only 4% in, get to it. But apart from that, when you go into the book before like you start a new chapter, it also tells you, it like, I guess, memorizes like your reading pattern. So it tells you according to your reading speed how long it's gonna take you to read that particular chapter. Is that amazing or what? So you can decide if you have things to do, whether or not you want to start that chapter. So I am the type of person that when I start a chapter, I can't just close the book in the middle of that chapter. I need to finish that chapter before getting on to do something else, because yeah, you can't, like, yo no puedo dejar las cosas a media. Like I can't leave things halfway. Like That would drive me insane. That's just like watching, you know, an episode of like your favorite show and having to pause it to leave in the middle of the episode. Like, who does that? Not me. You know what? But if you do, I'm not judging you. But we wouldn't be able to watch like movies together or like shows because I can't. Like, I need to finish an episode. I need to finish things. I guess that's my thing. Like, I'm the same way with like soap in the bathroom. Like, I'm not gonna have 6 bottles of soap open. Like, when I finish one bottle of soap, I'll open the new one. Anyway, so I love the fact that it has that feature, because then I get to say, okay, well, you know what? I don't think that I can invest 20 minutes in this chapter right now because I have something to do. So I'll stop right here and I will pick it up next time. Another thing that I love is that it charges super quick and the battery lasts super long. Super long. So keep that in mind. This was a really good investment, guys, and it's super light, super thin. I keep it in my purse all the time because you never know where life takes you. And I'll pull out this thing and I'll just start reading. I usually always have a word search book on me like a crazy human being, because if I become stressed, I take this out and it really helps me. It helps calm me down. So anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you love doing word searches and reading like I do, I hope that I was able to provide you with some ideas on where to find good word search books that is budget friendly, and some books that maybe you would enjoy reading that you haven't read yet. Thanks so much for watching and have a good one. Bye, guys. I meant have a good one, guys. Yo no puedo hablar hoy. I can't speak today, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video now. Have a good weekend. Bye.